And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be...
There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Jackson. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Makes the grab, it's Morgan. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Starting to feel a little pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. That's the kind of way they can really get you going if they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Caught near the sticks. It's Walton. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page and getting the first down.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They make the sticks. It's first down. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
What a play. Defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Blue 27 patio.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. This one's complete. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Mustangs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Blue 22.
This is a design run. He'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about their quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Man, he's already got 43 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Pulls it in, it's Tuggle. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Wolverines getting set on first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll ride the running back and leave a win it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Got a man, it's Cooper. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Knight. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. A strike downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time he's got it. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Jennings. Pushing him off to Blitz Johnson. He stopped just short of the line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Wide receiver going in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Now from the 2-yard line after the incompletion, it's third and goal. A design run for the quarterback. And they runs it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Back to throw, it's Carr. That's caught, it's Morgan. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll ride the hot hand. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got out of trouble and throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Easy. Back to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. And the defense, got him at the 27. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
That's a really good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, they got in the red zone, but made a big play on 3rd down. Now, forcing the decision for this offense, but most importantly, playing great defense in the red zone.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. One more snap coming before halftime. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. The tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Using his feet, he gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Boom. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
not picking up the first.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Wants to keep it in the air. And it's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He unleashes a long one. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He goes out of bounds all the way up at the 46-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to scramble. the short hand. It's Jackson.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle, allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverine! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Jennings. He spins that thing down the middle. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Still looking on the move. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Right back to the well. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway create negative plays and get the ball back.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Complete on 3rd down. Turning it over. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is play the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
What'd you say?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt.
Better not be, Nick. It's 3-9 is owning somebody? That's crazy tough. I beat you at Florida State.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The offense changing the play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So we need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'm just going through the motions, man. I don't care about this season. I told you, week 0, I wasn't trying to play no more. I was done.
You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
If you say so, man. It sound good. It always sounds good.
Under fire.
It sound good when you finally get a win after like 4 months.
Time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up and get 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down,
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
As a quarterback, you've got to be precise when throwing these corner routes. You cannot leave the ball short or that thing is getting picked. So nice job by the QB putting enough air under the ball to give his wide receiver a chance.
They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown Mustangs. Quick strike through the air for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now. They're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And it's intercepted. Maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now?
Gotta trick that game off.
Breaks the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peoples. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down. Before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
Here we go.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Wants to go up top. That's a go to the end zone. Catch in the middle. It's not. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and first.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And that field goal, man, we've cut this to a 1-possession game late. Now it's decision time. 2 timeouts in your pocket. Do you feel confidence in the defense? Or do you think you need to go with the onside here? Interested to see what they do.
So here comes the Michigan offense. 1-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to main possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the dub.
And the Wolverines enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. They beat him again. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Walton. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Makes a connection. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll let it go to the left. Ball is in.